Hey everyone, happy Sunday. So what I like to do on a Sunday afternoon if I'm not working is treat myself to a nice Sunday tea. So what I'm making today is beef and ale stew, which I will need this, onion, celery, Frank LaBeouf, carrots, rosemary and thyme and all that kind of stuff, and the main event, a bottle of the old Guinness. So I'm going to put it in the slow cooker. It's going to take about 4 hours in total. It's now 2:30, so it's going to be a late tea, but it's going to be well worth the wait. And I still haven't figured out exactly which part of the camera I need to be looking at. So anyway, let's get cracking. Collins, beef and ale stew. So, there go the onions. Wallop. We'll figure out how to do this properly once. Because I'm pretty good at cooking, so I reckon show you my face. I reckon I could do a bit of a cookery program on YouTube. But at first, obviously, as you can tell, I do need to figure out how to use cameras and all that properly. You know what I mean? Well, I'm a pretty good cook. I never understand people that say you can't cook, because I can't look at your cameras like, but I can bloody cook. Because anyone can cook. It's literally just following instructions. Do you know what I mean? Like someone instructed me. That's what they do on the telly. Woo! Yeah. Somebody should really instruct me on which part of the camera to look at, because I still haven't figured it out. It's weird because you feel like you want to be looking at yourself. That's where you can see it. But more salt. So anyway, we're just gonna, as they say, as the chefs say, we're gonna sweat those off, which I don't quite know exactly what that means, because when something's getting sweated off, it doesn't sound very good, does it? But you know what I mean? If that's what the chefs want to say, who's big call to argue with them? So there you go, that's them. Put a bit of salt and pepper in. What I'm going to do first of all, actually, I'll just explain what I'm doing. So, first of all, I'm just softening off the onions and celery, a bit of salt and pepper. Then I'm just basically going to brown the Frank LaBeouf. And then once you've done that, put a bit of stock cube on it. Then once you've done that, then it goes into the slow cooker. And then you put the old Guinness in, bit of corn flour, in time. But I'll show you that anyway. Actually, yeah, and the carrot. Well, the carrots go in after. You don't have to sweat them off, whatever that really is. Excuse me. Well, it's okay to cough because there's only me eating it, so it doesn't matter if I cough into the bugger. Although that is not recommended. Although, you know, chances are, you go to a dinner party with your best mate Steve or whoever, who you know doesn't wash their hands when they go to the toilet. They ain't washing their hands when they're making you dinner, are they? Not that I go to dinner parties though. I genuinely think dinner parties are just for posh people. I just find them really boring, which is probably why I never get invited to any. Not because I'm not a legend, because I'm an amazing company. I'm going to put a bit more beef in. This is I think in total it's a kilo of beef, which is quite a lot. But this will be quite, this will be making quite a lot of grub, and this will also last me for the week, because I will use it again. I'll put it in the fridge. I might freeze some as well, and then you have it later in the week. So although it's quite a lot, I think the beef cost about 11 quid for a kilogram. We've got 2 packs of it. Celery we've got £1.80 odd. Onions are pretty cheap. The Guinness was like 2 quid, I think, something like that. So yeah, just put the salt and pepper on. I will put beef stock cube on there as well. In fact, what I do like to do, this isn't in the official menu, which is not available anywhere, but I like to put a bit of paprika onto the Frank LaBeouf, because it just gives it a bit of extra depth, you know. So yes, whack that on there. I'm going to put an OXO cube on it as well. I'm not going to show you that. You know, no one's going to watch this anyway. So I don't even know what I'm doing while I'm talking to the camera still, but you know, it's for posterity, isn't it? One day, you'll no longer be around and people can watch this video and go, you know what a knobhead. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are now at my favourite part of cooking. Well, my favourite part is actually eating it, right? But this is the the part where it gets easier, because although I do love cooking, I hate prepping. You know, chopping all that stuff up. So this is amazing camera work, obviously. But let's see if I can get that to work. No, that's not going to work because it follows me around everywhere. It's one of those fancy gimbal things, you know. Still don't know where to look. Is it there? Yes, I think it might be there. So if I spin that round and then, yes, there we go. Look at that. Even though the shadows really mean you can't see anything. I'm just pouring that now into my slow cooker. Get all the onions. My kitchen is a total mess. I do live by myself, so, you know, that's just me being lazy, really, isn't it, that? So that was the beef, the celery, and the onions. Now we're just popping the carrots in. You know I hate peeling stuff, especially carrots, because you get a bit of carrot there. Because I hate peeling carrots, because you get all those little carrot stringy things, don't you? Which are a pain in the ass. So that is all that gone into there. Give that a bit of a stir. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the beef stock. There's just over half a pint in there. 1 OXO cube. I still don't know where I'm looking. 1 OXO cube goes into that. Bosh. And I probably will put another, I've got these like no stock pot things. I'll pop them in there. This is all very professional, isn't it? I feel like James Martin. Well, if it was James Martin, I'd have a bloody pound of butter in the bugger by now. So, you give that a little old stir. And now, with my Still Game bottle opener, I'm going to open up this bottle of Guinness. I'm not going to take a swig. I don't know if you normally use cans. I don't know if that's the right type to use. But, I'll show you. Whoa! Just more shadow that, isn't it? Well, there you go. You can see maybe slightly better. So, I pour that into there like thus. Probably would be better with big lights on. Why I didn't do that beforehand is anyone's guess. So yes, pour, probably a bit too much that, leave that out. You pour that in. Now you might think that's going to be a bit bitter, but with the cooking process over time, talking of which, time, hey, you having that, Facebook? Yeah, now it's time to put some thyme into it. Always try not to add, maybe add probably less than you think you're going to need, because you can always put more in, but you can't take it out. It's like that teacher would say, you know when you have those really crap assemblies in school, and the teacher would be like, those awful assemblies you have at school, and the teacher's like, squeeze all the toothpaste out of that tube. My teacher wasn't American. And then someone would do it, and they go, right, now put it back in. You can't undo it, can you? It's similar to cooking. If you put too much of something in, it overpowers it. You're knackered. However, if you don't put enough in, you can always add more later on. Like a bleeding pro, mate. So that's everything in there now. Here's what else we put in. Put some corn flour. Because I'm not a professional cook, I have no idea how much is not enough and how much is too much. Do you know what I mean? So I've got like 4 teaspoons in there. It's like the cup's about just under half full. So now I pour that into there. Again, don't put too much in, because you can always add more in later on if it's not thick enough. But after about 4 hours cooking, God, I'm going to be starving. I'm going to be till 7 o'clock. It's either heart to heart in bed then. Right, that last video cut off for some reason. Well, in fact, I know why. Someone gave me a phone call. So you missed that. I just put the food is in there. There you go. You can see that starting to cook nicely. That'll go in for 4 hours. If it tastes it at the moment, it will taste minging because all you'll taste is the bitterness of the Guinness. But what happens is during the cooking process, ladies and gentlemen, this is the science bit. All that bitterness of the alcohol kind of burns away. Not burns, not the right word to use it because it's not going to taste burn. But the alcohol kind of disappears with the heat. My slow cooker gets pissed. Yeah, but anyway, all the flavours blend together. So in about an hour's time, I'll give that a little taste. And then if I need to add some more salt and pepper, probably maybe a bit more time, another stock cube, I will do. But now I can have a bath. But I'm not going to film that, ladies and gentlemen, because that is for my eyes only. Laters. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's now 4 hours later, so it's just gone 7 o'clock. Just put a bit of butter in my jacket spud. Put the jacket spud in the microwave for about 5 minutes. And then put some olive oil on it. Sprinkled some rock salt. And put it in the air fryer on 190 degrees for around 25 minutes, I think it was. And we are now good to go. One tasty looking spud Julika. It looks like E.T. that, doesn't it? E.T. give us some grub. Shut up your bell end. So that is the beef and Guinness stew. Going into my little Yorkshire pudding there. My Yorkshire pudding. My jacket spud meant to say. Like a bit boring. Sunday in it. Hear that? So, there you have it. 4 hours later, one delicious beef and Guinness stew served up in a jacket spud. Perfect Sunday evening, wintertime weather. Thank you for watching. If you did, if you didn't, why would you? Bye.